Okay, so a few months ago, my deceased mother in spirit has been visiting me in my dreams. She has been attacking me in my dreams, abusing me in my dreams. She's sending things to attack me and to abuse me. I'm going to put uh somewhere the dream journal entries. I have lucid, vivid dreaming as a gift. I have up to 3 to 4 dreams a night with different download messages. And she's been showing up quite a bit in my dreams. And lately, she's been pulling all these little schemes in the dream state, thinking that I'm not going to know any better. I have driven myself to near madness trying to figure out what the hell is going on. So I started doing banishing spells, hex and cursed her, let's be honest. I've gotten some protection spells. So I took this to TikTok here recently and they were like, "No, you need to like up your protection. You're not protected enough. You got to just keep up your protection." And I just want this video to go to show that if they didn't change on Earth, they're not changing in the spirit world, because I get asked that a lot as a medium. I think I've talked about it before in my content. If they were abusive on this planet, they're abusive on the other side, okay? They're not going to change. The whole we are one consciousness, yeah, they're aware of what they did. They don't care. They don't care. And you know what? They want attention. They're getting it because I'm opening up. I'm mad. I know. I also had chili for supper because it's been super cold here, like 7 degrees. So I had me some chili. So hopefully I don't have anything in my teeth. I had to brush my teeth before this video. Okay, so as I talk about in my shorts, um, I started having conveniently timed fuck ups. We'll just say that. Um, every time I take the initiative and I move forward to do something in regards to my book, because in my book I talk about being a survivor of CA, ICT, a little bit of MDSA, stuff like that. So I started opening up, and everything's just been conveniently going wrong. And at first I thought, okay, my computer's old, it's randomly crashing out, it randomly dies. I lost 5 pages of my book because my computer crashed. And at first I'm like, okay, maybe my computer's just old, my car is old, my phone is old, the one that I'm filming on is old. So I was like, you know what? Okay. But then I started noticing things. Every time something would go wrong, go disastrously fucking wrong, to boot, my mother would show up in my dreams. That's when a lot of her dreams started coming up. So I said, okay, bet, watch this. So I started doing witchcraft on my deceased abusive mother to try to fucking get rid of her. But she's stubborn, y'all. She got the negative attributes of a bull and the negative attributes of a barracuda. And that's exactly what you would think it is. Like being an over controlling, overbearing mother, helicopter Karen mom. Wasn't enough. Now she doing this. But you know what? I'm speaking out. Mostly because I think I'm driving myself to fucking psychosis with this. So I don't expect you to give me sympathy. That's not the point of this. The point that I'm making in this video is that, sorry, the sun's in my fucking eyes, y'all. It's like right there. The point of this is that as the black sheep of my family lineage, I was tasked with outing the abuse. And you know what? I didn't budget for deceased loved ones to come back from the grave and haunt me, but here we are, team. So yeah, like I said, watch my shorts. I'm gonna go ahead and post the clips so that you can read them. You might have to pause the video to read it because we're just gonna keep things moving because I've already wasted like 5 minutes and yeah. Okay, so basically, I have been doing witchcraft on her. She won't quit. And you know what? For every time that my mother attacks me in spirit, we're just going to keep getting louder. Okay? So we're going to talk a little bit about what I got put through because she doesn't want me talking about it, obviously. So you know what that's going to be? This video and a lot more videos down the road. And I know I made shorts about me in therapy realizing that I survived intrafamiliar child torture instead of just child abuse. So please grab some coffee, a tea, your donkey dunks, and let's do this. Okay? Let's start off with the iconic. And yeah, this is all going to be in my book. You know, part of me speaking out, using my platforms to speak out. Also, because a lot of you probably were also victims of ICT and you had no idea, because I had no fucking idea. All right. Uh, oh, let's start with the iconic. One time when I was in junior high, yeah, junior high, what is that? You 13, 14 years old? Um, I got into an argument with my mom. So she throws me on the bed, strangles me, and says, "Because if I have to do it again, I won't stop until you stop breathing." Weird flex, okay. Uh, Constantly threatening to put me up for adoption because she thought that that would scare me. And then one time I said, "No, do it. Do it. Put your money where your mouth is and go put me up for adoption. I don't want to be here anyway. Okay, I didn't ask to be here. I don't want to be here anyway." Then, one, I don't know how many times. I think it was 2 times, maybe three. She threw the phone book at me and she said, "Pick a phone number, call them. That'll be your new family." So I started to. And she's like, "Oh, don't actually do it." I'm like, "Yeah, yeah. I don't want to fucking be here." Um, let's go. First time that I spoke out against her abuse, she told the whole family that I am a monster and she wouldn't have to be the mother that she is if I just did what I was told. Okay? Second time, threw me on the bed, strangled me, threatened to throw me, put me up for adoption a few times. Okay? And I don't mean that as an insult to the adopted kids. Okay? You loved. You loved. All right? Uh, Also, I am going to throw up a picture. Okay? I call them shower squeegees. I don't know what they're really called. But my mother had this thing where the walls in our bathroom had to be like scrubbed down because it was made with a certain material that would like water warp or whatever it's called. So we had to squeegee the walls down in the bathroom and in the tub. Well, she would barge in the door when we were in the bathroom and she would stand there, couldn't wear a towel, couldn't get dressed. So we're like in the nude. And she'd stand there and be like, "Did you wash the walls down?" And she would inspect the walls with us in the tub. And if she felt that it wasn't to her standard, which it never was, because nothing was good enough, ever, she would take the shower squeegee and beat the fuck out of me with it in the tub. Yeah, every fucking night like clockwork. When I started living on my own, I barricaded the bathroom door. Like, I didn't just shut and lock it, I would barricade it. And, like, I had to leave the shower curtain open when I would shower because I was so fucking scared that she barged in the door and beat my ass with a shower squeegee. And she didn't even live with me no more. And even after she died, I still would sit in the shower and be like, "I'm scared." Even the slightest bit of noise would just shoot me out of the bathroom. And I'd be like, "Who's coming in here?" And it got to the point that I struggled to shower with past partners too. Like, I would get so nervous if they like came in the bathroom when I was showering or would even so much as open the door and like start knocking. Terrible. And again, I don't want sympathy. I'm just sharing this because somebody needs this. Okay, I don't get called to share things for nothing. So if you need it, you need it. All right, okay, we'll keep going because she's not gonna silence me. She's actually just infuriating me beyond fucking measure. So there was a few times where we'd be driving like on the highway because we lived respectfully, we lived in the middle of nowhere, right? We lived in the Midwest. So there was this one highway we'd always take to go grocery shopping because our town was so little that we didn't even have a Walmart. We had to drive to just go to Walmart. Um, there was once, maybe twice. I have dissociative amnesia. Okay, bear with me. Where we were in the argument, we were arguing in the car, and then she literally pulls the car to the side of the road, says, "Get the fuck out," and just leaves me on the side of the road. Just drives off down the road for a while. So I'm standing there and she's like, "Oh, you can just walk home then." And just drove off without me and banged a Yui a little bit down the road and would come back and get me, would like beat me on the side of the road and then throw me in the car and be like, "I wouldn't have to act like that if you just did what you were told." And I just remember what I was going to say. Okay, if you're like, "Why are you laughing? This isn't funny." No, it isn't funny, but I do the thing where I make dark humor out of my trauma and I laugh. I know it's not funny. I would never laugh at any of you for going through these things. Okay, I would never ever make fun of any of you or laugh at any of you. I laugh because I'm at the stage of my healing where I can laugh. And I make dark trauma jokes, dark humor jokes out of my trauma. I don't have an excuse, it's just what I do. Anyways, there's a lot more. I didn't write all of them down because I don't remember everything. Um, I also put a lot more of it in my book, and I'll probably make more books down the road because I want to be a writer. Um, yeah, I'm just gonna keep speaking out. That's kind of the point of this. Like, a big part of what I was told to do was to share my stories of my upbringing for you guys. Because I learned through the grapevine about a lot of the things that I went through, and now hopefully this will be for you guys as well. And you'd be like, "Man, there it is." All right, we're gonna cut the video there. Sorry, my voice is crunchy. I need to drink more water, but I hope that you guys are alive and you're doing well. I'm gonna make a lot more videos, but I really just want to keep pushing it because every time I try to make content about my abuse and the literal ICT that I suffered, you something always goes wrong. But so we're just gonna keep it pushing because she's not stopping what I gotta say. Also, if you have any spell recommendations, if you're like a witch or you know a guy, please put some spell recommendations. A lot of people were saying just keep up in my protection, which yeah, I'm gonna need to. I literally said I don't care that you died, and she's still showing up. So I don't know. I don't want sympathy. Don't owe us me. I'm just putting it. Anyways, thanks guys for tuning in. I'm gonna catch you guys in the next video, which will probably be a part two, but we'll see.